There have been 3 court rulings since May that have made it clear that it is unconstitutional to ban someone between the ages of 18 and 20 from being able to buy an AR. That came out of the Federal Court of Appeals, and then there was a Supreme Court decision that was in line that upheld it, and then after that, or most recently, a federal court in the state of Texas struck down the Texas law that banned people between the ages of 18 and 20 for buying a handgun. So it is clear that the gun control law that they are seeking in Uvalde, as much as they may want it, it has already been ruled to be unconstitutional.
Greg Abbott is faced with the fact that some of the parents of those slain in Uvalde want him to raise the age to buy an AR-15. And they want that because they don't want any other parent to have to go through what they went through. There's no reason why anyone should have to. Greg Abbott does not care about that. He doesn't care about the Constitution, the Supreme Court. He cares about giving gun manufacturers what they want, which is access to 18 and 19 and 20-year-olds to purchase their weapons. And so in that video, he lies to the families of slain children. No, the Supreme Court has not ruled that you can't do this. Multiple states have done this already. He is talking about other things having to do with handguns or concealed carry. He is trying to bamboozle those who've just lost their kids in gun violence so that he doesn't have to make a change, so he doesn't have to do something that might be unpopular on the right. And the reception of this from those families has obviously not been positive. Here's a little bit of one of the fathers of a child who was lost in Uvalde.
Hey, Abbott. Just saw your lovely little video about how it's unconstitutional to raise the age to 21 with signs behind you saying parents matter. What parents are you referring to exactly? Because it's not us here in Uvalde. I spoke to you face to face, and you said you wouldn't even try. So obviously we don't matter to you. I asked you if you could name the victims. You couldn't. You said not off the top of your head. Hell, you couldn't even name my son. His name is Uzziah.
Yeah, you listen to that and you feel terrible. They're not asking for anything crazy. They're not asking for anything that other states haven't already done. There is no good argument in a time when people below the age of 21 are semi-routinely buying these weapons to kill as many kids as possible, that they have to have the ability to do that. And to lie to parents like that is so disgusting. It's par for the course for Greg Abbott, but for regular people, it's absolutely abhorrent. Brett, what do you think?
In Alabama, there's a question they ask you, which is who you for? And it means, are you for Auburn or Alabama? But I think throughout the South, we can ask that question of people like Greg Abbott, who are you for? Are you for the families of slain victims of mass gun violence at the hands of assault rifles? Or are you for the manufacture of those assault rifles and people who want to go shoot squirrels if you believe their ridiculous arguments? Who are you for? Are you for the predatory practices of universities that know that kids can get pretty cheap, relatively cheap loans in a world where you tell them they have to go to college in order to get ahead, or else they're just godless communist lazies? Or are you for the people that did everything they were supposed to do and deserve some kind of just relief on their student debt? You're not for learning, you're not for families, you're not for parents. You're for yourself. You're for these ridiculous things. You're for fundamentalism. And it's very clear in these situations. And one little amazing thing is that the Parents Matter sign behind him shows the ridiculously untenable position that the Republicans have put themselves in, where on the one hand, they're arguing that they're for parents in this ridiculous, like, book burning frenzy that they're in. But they need to have those people put that sign down because they're obviously not for parents when it comes to doing things to benefit the victims of school shootings. You're not for keeping kids safe. You want to keep them safe from ideas? No, you don't want to keep kids safe. You just want to keep this weird, untenable coalition together. And the last thing I'll say is, remember when we banned those assault rifles back in the 90s and we fell into a crazy anarchy? No, we already outlawed assault weapons for over a decade, and it was fine. So everything they're pretending to be up in arms about, they have no leg to stand on.
I think the one thing that you're missing is that while I agree that they're not for a lot of parents, including parents who've lost their kids, you are missing the fact that every single CEO of a gun manufacturer has parents, and they deserve representation too, because their kids grew up to make money selling weapons to people who want to kill a bunch of people. God, he's got to get replaced. He's so bad, and he's not even. To me at least, he doesn't even seem to be good at the politics part of this. So he should be beatable. I really hope that he is. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report, and you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.